Christmas and welcome to ChapterSkip. I'm Sean.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Joe, and we're bringing you a Christmas movie review for the film Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
First off, let's wish each and every one of you guys watching a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And just because it's Christmas, that doesn't mean we're going to take a day off.
No, sir.
Even today, we're trying to bring you an entertaining Christmas movie review.
And what better way than reviewing a movie that features jolly old Saint Nick and some green Martians that wear crash helmets with dealy boppers sticking out of them.
Sean, that's wrong. They're antennas. Racist to Martians.
The best way I could describe Santa Claus Conquers the Martians would be to compare it to an explosion at an old people's home. It's a horrible thing to happen, but you still can't help yourself in going outside to take a look at all the little fragments of pensioner that are now spattered all over your driveway.
Now, for the past 2 weeks, we visited Japan and Finland.
Today we're heading to outer space as we see two Martian kids who are sad. And whilst watching Earth television, they see the red-suited fat guy and his crew of underpaid midgets fashion toys for ungrateful kids here on Earth. And they figure they want a piece of the action too.
So the Martian Council consult the Elder, and he tells them that in order to save the day, Mars needs a Santa Claus.
But rather than doing their own version of Santa, they decide to fly to Earth in the professionally named spaceship, number 1, to head to the North Pole and capture the white-bearded fellow, not forgetting to stop off along the way to capture a few kids as well.
As you've probably gathered, this film is bad. But it's that special kind of bad where instead of turning off the film in disgust, like you would with After Earth for example, you sit there laughing at just how crap it all is. And in a weird kind of way, you're actually having fun.
So, what are the highlights of this film?
Well, there's Mrs. Claus, who seems like she's on crack, and poor old Santa himself now seems like some bumbling old grandad with Alzheimer's. Mind you, you will learn a few things along the way, such as how the best way to wake up a sleeping Martian is with a tickle ray.
And we also get introduced to the two most spectacular pieces of film wardrobe that I've ever seen that really put anything we've put together to absolute shame.
There's a robot character called Torg who's basically a cowboy box painted silver.
Which is probably on par with our Iron Man costume.
Actually guys, I think our Iron Man costume was way more realistic than that.
And we can't forget the vicious polar bear that looks like a man in the world's worst fancy dress costume.
Because that's what it was. But it was also piss your pants hilarious too.
Oh, did we forget to mention the Martian freeze ray / hairdryer?
Yeah, the one where if you're shot by it, you just have to stand really still, or at least try to.
And to top it all off, there's a little helper person called Winky. What more could you want?
Now, if Edward made a Christmas film, this would have been it. This film is so shockingly bad that it's funny, with some of the worst special effects and wooden acting I've ever seen. But it's awesome. You've definitely got to check this out this Christmas. Brilliant.
This movie is hailed as one of the worst movies of all time. And you know what? That's not far off. It has some of the worst child actors to ever grace the screens, some of the worst costumes and props that have ever existed, and one of the worst fight scenes that has ever been imagined by anyone. Ever. However, saying all of that, this is a really funny film because of it. It's so low budget and crappy that it makes it worth watching. It's literally so bad that it's good. If there's ever a time that you want to sit around with your friends and family and watch a movie that will leave you in hysterics, then this movie is perfect for you. Think of this movie as a Christmas version of the cult classic Troll 2.
There's so much we could discuss about this movie, as it really is terrible. But it's so hilariously terrible that you have to make it part of your Christmas movie viewing regime. Think of it as the movie equivalent of the senile old relative that you only see at Christmas time. Yes, it's embarrassing and disturbing when he starts stuffing Brussels sprouts up his nose and then tries to seduce the Christmas turkey before throwing the baby Jesus around the living room like a frisbee. But despite all that, you just can't help but sit there and laugh your ass off.
Thanks for watching this Christmas movie review for Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Now, this is definitely one of the worst movies of all time, but it's so bad that it's a lot of fun to watch. So, if you're feeling in the Christmas spirit, give this film a viewing and then tweet your thoughts through to us. We'd love to hear your take on this outer space Christmas treat. Remember to use #ChapterSkip. And lastly, on behalf of all of us here at ChapterSkip, we'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Thanks.
The Martians freezer ray hairdryer?
Yeah, load of what?
Mention the Martian brat freeze ray hairdryer?
Brat.
Brat, brat.
Heart attacks.